Welcome to Articulate, where we dive into the minds of an amazing artist. I'm Asma, and today we have...
My name is Tré. Thank you for having me.
For those who don't know you, what do you do?
Wow. What do I do? I don't like answering this question, honestly. But if I were to put it into words, I think I'm a creative person at my core. But if you were to ask me what I do for work, I guess I do creative production. I also do creative direction. I'm a part of Bully magazine, which is a print and online publication based in the city.
Okay, so today, Tré, we have, beyond the interview, we're gonna play a little game called Black Cards, where you're gonna pick a card, and depending on the portion of the card, it's gonna inspire you to paint. So I'll let you pick. And again, you don't have to be Picasso, you can just...
Okay.
We have to this one. And so I wanted to know, so what initially drew you into a career field, like a creative field?
Well, to be very honest, my entry point into the world of creativity is I started as a model.
Okay.
So once I started modeling, I started going on sets. And then I began to be introduced to like what a director is and like what a producer is. But I feel like being able to be exposed to that world from such a young age.
How old were you?
I was like 16.
Okay, yeah, that's very
when I started.
Yeah.
It just sort of like opened up what was possible, especially because like my family background is they're very academic, and so their idea of what it means to be successful is like it's within the world of academia. I didn't know how to enter into it, but I feel like because I was exposed to that from such a early age, I knew that there was a whole world that I wanted to tap into. And then so once I graduated, I started like exploring on my own. But I feel like for the purpose of this conversation, when I graduated, I eventually moved to Toronto. I'm not
so
from
where are
here.
you from? Okay, you're from here.
No, I'm not from here. I'm from Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Hence, I went to UBC.
Okay, makes sense. Because I was acting like I knew UBC, but I was kind of wondering.
University of British Columbia.
Okay, sorry. So you were born and raised there?
No.
Okay.
I was born in Jamaica.
Okay, so
I went to university in Vancouver.
Okay.
Once I moved here, I discovered Bully magazine, and it was like one of those moments where I was like, I wanted to merge my love of fashion, because at that point I was like, yo, I'm gonna be a model. That's it.
That's all I'm saying.
Because like the two questions everyone asked me was like, yo, do you play ball or do you model?
Because you're tall.
And like, I'm not gonna lie, like I do play ball, but I'm not like
okay.
I'm nice.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, but I was never like, I don't think the WNBA nice.
Okay.
And so, and I think the nice thing about Bully is that like, because it's such a new publication, like the old sort of like rules and like how you need to go about the things, it's like that's kind of out the window. And so I was able to wear so many hats, which taught me that like I'm able to like
do it all in a way.
Yeah, it's like a part of my creative process. And like right now I'm trying to learn, the thing that I'm focusing on is like how to build a team and like delegate, because like I'm a Virgo, true, and like it's very hard to like let go of some of the control, especially if it's like I have a vision, I know what I want, and a lot of the times when you explain that to someone,
depends how they take it.
It's like some of it can get lost in translation, but like that can also be to an advantage. Because it's like they can also add something that I didn't necessarily see, but they're an expert in whatever it is that they're doing.
How would you describe your approach to storytelling? Like when you're directing people, or in general?
The first thing is that I always look at what what is the story that's being told, and does that resonate with me? Am I the right person to tell this story?
Okay.
You know, because like sometimes, you know, people will approach you and they're like, oh, we love your work, we want to work with you, we want to do something, and then they tell you the thing, and it's like, I don't know, like I thank you for being, you know, appreciative of what I'm doing, but I feel like if this is something that is very close and personal to you, maybe you should try and find someone that is like not of that world but understands the language, because like that's something that I even look to, like some of the people that inspire me. I'm always thinking about like, okay, why would they decide to do a certain project over another?
Of course, that.
And you can really tell. You can tell when someone just is doing something for the bag.
Of course, personality-wise, name one trait of your personality that helps you create, like your creative process. Because you mentioned that being a Virgo. So.
I'm very organized.
Okay.
But I also think that I feel like I'm kind of a unicorn in the sense where it's like a lot of the creative people that I meet are not organized. They're not able to like use both sides of their brain. So it's like they're very, very, very creative, but then it's like they're
just all over the place.
Whereas like I haven't met another person that's like, you know, the creative side of me is not something that I'm working on. I know that I have this innate ability to do that. But the ability to like understand logistics and plan out a shoot and understand budgets and understand how like organization is very, very important.
So she's gonna read the question and reveal the painting and explain it. So
okay, all right. So the question is, what's one daily habit that keeps your creativity flowing? And okay, so first I'll reveal. I will reveal my painting.
Oh, I love it, abstract.
Thank you so much. And the answer to the question is, one thing that I like to do is I have a very devoted running practice. So like I like to run. It's kind of getting hard to do that now it's colder. But I find that my running practice is like directly impacts my creativity, just because it like gets me up out of the house, it gets me going, and like running is something I really enjoy because it's so accessible. Like all you really need is some shoes. You don't even need another person. And like 15 minutes, 30 minutes really helps me just sort of like get my mind in a good place and like ready to sort of like tackle the day. And so so this is supposed to represent like, you know, early mornings, you know, when the clouds are like, you know, it's like the sun's coming out, the pink sea.
Like the sunrise.
Yeah, and the breeze with like the grass and all the things.
It's really nice.
But abstract, you know?
Well, I feel abstract, so this is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it.
I want to sign it.
Yes, I'll sign it. Thank you so much, Tré.
Thank you.